Yeah, everything sounds great. Yeah.
We live, hey, we rolling. Got Kizzy in here.
What it do, what the business is. Y'all already know what time it is. Welcome back to another episode, You Ain't Lying Podcast. It is I, CMW Hayes, with my dog, DJ Killzone Jones. And today, we got a special guest. Well, it's more like family, man, to be honest with you, for real, for real. So he been here since day one. Me and him go back like spinal cords and car seats. One
He's
one half of the group that I'm in, Midwest Stars. He an MC, he an artist, he a producer. He been making all of the joints back, man. He been making joints for me since back then. You hear me? He make joints for himself, and he's still making joints. My motherfucking dog, my family. Rawkizzie, Kizzy, what it do, man?
What up? What up? What do you do?
What's the
What's
word?
poppin', y'all?
Word. Midwest
nothing much.
Stars in this thing. Star
Man,
family
just
representative.
same old same.
Oh yeah, man. You know, man, I had to give you that old roll out real quick.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot. Hold on, real quick. I forgot
Yeah,
to let me go ahead and get it. Here we go. I
Cause
forgot
you
it.
been here since day one too for sure. So you already know.
yeah, man.
That's that applause, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fact though, bro. But you been
Yeah,
since day
man.
one, so appreciate you for sliding through, bro. Like you say, man, before we got on, you been tapped in.
Exactly. Yeah, man, you know me, been doing, man, a lot of stuff for
Hold on.
us, man. Saying like booming out of the city type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or being at 180, that 183rd. You know what I'm saying, to the city.
Mhm.
But you know, shit. life life man is very serious, you know what I'm saying, with a lot of shit that's like kind of cutting in my way of trying to do things. But you know what I'm saying, I still always keep the music by me, you know what I'm saying, either listening to music or hearing stuff that I didn't sample before or people didn't sample.
Mhm.
That's what
Kizzy,
keeps me motivated, just hearing stuff, you know what I'm saying.
real quick,
Let me
cut your
put up.
camera off and keep going, cause we you since you outside, it's kind of chopping up a little bit. So I
Yeah,
just want
man.
to go ahead, yeah,
It's like a connection thing, probably. Like I don't know, like if you probably was, or like probably ain't about no Wi-Fi or something like that, or probably just not like
yeah, yeah.
it's
Just
You
have
it's
your
ain't cut it
easy.
audio.
off.
Yeah, just cut your
Nah, I mean,
camera off.
cause it's just like choppy, like on the camera end. But what was you saying now? Let me see. Here's the key.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yep. Yeah, you still. It's a little choppy, but you good.
Yeah.
Shit,
No, I
man.
was saying that
We can all go
basically,
dark, man.
you know what I'm saying, I'm still trying to go, still trying to, man, move, man, with this stuff, with this music and stuff, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But
yeah.
for most, man, you're rocking for us at all times.
Mhm. For
True
sure.
indeed.
And
I
man,
know, I know. Zone sitting up trying to be humble right now, but he be the main. Like he was the main one. Like man, when they was monsters at, like he be asking for that music, boy. Man, he be asking for the camaraderie. He be trying to see it. He be like, man, what's up? So Zone know
yeah,
what's up.
man, it's that same thing, man. It's that same me. I can say it's the same for years. It's been like kind of the same stuff, man. I've been letting a little bit of life, man, cut, man, in front of the stuff, man, that I want and like to do. And you know what I'm saying, it's kind of coming, it's a big problem, but I'm fighting. I'm fighting, man, through it. Right now, it's, man, one of my toughest times, but
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get this music stuff, and then also not having really too many sources, only the digital platforms and stuff like that. It's way different
Yeah.
now. You know what I'm saying? And it's still kind of hard. It's still tough. It ain't easy like that no more, especially when everybody rappers now.
Yeah.
Everybody rappers, but you ain't got too many artists. It's you gotta go out and go explore the whole world to go find artists. You know what I'm saying? But you run into a rapper just by coming out your damn door.
Yeah. Right. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? That's a fact.
So, but we gon' still, man. We in making a coming, man, with something. And I got, man, some stuff, man, that I need to just get Hayes, man, because I know that nigga he doing, man, shit. He making his own beats, and then he known for over my shit. And the little beats that I done made for my system that I had just got back up and running.
You
I
being
might as
humble
well
too
just
right
go.
now, boy. You got a lot of stuff in the cut too. Quit playing. You got a lot of
Yeah,
stuff in the cut. That's hard. A lot of music.
yeah, you're right.
But you always been like that
You're
though.
right.
You always had music in the stash. Shoot, you always kept more music than me in the stash. I don't really keep too much. Like if I ain't kind of like recording in the moment, I don't really just keep a lot of little songs around or like stuff like that. I mainly just record like in the moment. But I know that man, you always man record in the moment, but you always still record and you hold on. You know what I'm saying? And you just release it when you you know what I'm saying, like when you feel like the time is. But there's
Yeah,
for
they
you got
come
a lot
from,
of
man,
stuff in the cut.
who we grew up off of.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they come from the artists, man, that we live together. So, and then especially just, you know what I'm saying, like being introduced and knowing Tupac was doing that shit.
Was
Tupac
just
had a
dropping
lot of
and just
songs. You know what I'm
dropping.
saying? He stayed in the studio. Yeah. And then now they back to doing that now again. Like now people like actually, you know what? People not actually piling. They just dropping. Well, no, actually they are doing it. It's just they coming out consistent, especially Griselda. Like definitely just, they already probably did probably 2 songs tonight, but probably like 10, 12 of the songs gonna get picked up for an album real soon. Then the
Yeah.
others is just and so probably another month or two, because it don't take for long for them to drop albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just because the way that they like to work, man. That's just because they like to work and they just be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody around them knowing their expectations and they know how they moving. So, and that bring me, man, kind of like to the first go round of this. I was thinking about, man, Drake versus Kanye West, man. I don't know if you've been tapped in zone. I don't know if you've been checking this out, Drake versus Kanye, and why black men just can't work together, man. It seems like, or I'm gonna say this: they have worked together. They did a lot of like Kanye had something to do with the best I ever had, I think, or something like that. Maybe he produced it, I think, or something like that. And that was one of like Drake early on hit. So they always been working together, but I just think at
Mm.
some point the relationship, man, just turned the way it did. And they still, man, and they still two big figures in the game. And it's like it seems like they still want to be cool, but they still throwing little jabs. Well, I think Kanye is, and that's where that leaked song come from. And that's why I was trying to figure out, like, why would Drake leak the song? How did he get it to even leak the song? And why would he leak the song? Like, what was the point of it?
Well, apparently,
Yeah, I think that.
what just happened. His engineer. What was I finna say? His engineer let his iCloud get hacked. So I guess he paid. So I'm just gonna go out and say that Drake probably went to the engineer, paid the engineer for the record, and was like, whatever. And then he just came out and said, "Look, you fired, bro. You fired. Go." He told him, "Go find God." You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, you fired. Like, how you gonna let my iCloud get hacked and all of that? I think for real though, Kanye made sure that he got the record. I'm gonna go out there and say that too. I feel like Kanye made sure that dude got the record so that he could hear the record, and then he knew that Drake was gonna do that. Like he started playing chess in reverse with Drake, and it's
Yeah.
all really petty to me. Like honestly, I feel like it's just one of them things where you got a guy who Kanye been hating, Pusha T we known been hating, and you know what I'm saying? Like I remember when Pusha T man came to St. Louis on the 2 Chainz tour and everybody got up and went to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody went, that was their bathroom break was his set. Like I went to the bathroom after he did Millions and after he did I forget the other song he got, but that's what I'm saying. Like Pusha T just spent so much time hating on Kanye to the point where hating on Drake, and he basically was like, okay, Kanye wanted 2 birds with 1 stone because Drake knows and Kanye knows that Drake took his spot. We used to go to Kanye for the anthems and the mega hits
I
and the
don't think nobody
party.
took
And
nobody's spot, man. I don't even
no,
think
he
it's that
did.
deep.
I know he did because you got to think when it came to like an overly positive rapper that wasn't really on the rah rah like that. That was Kanye. You know what I'm saying? And that was deep in the gangster era. Like now we got the shooters and the looters and stuff, and the gangster rap era is kind of coming to its 3rd or 4th generation. But
Yeah.
but we had a lot of party music, a lot of pill popping music. We had a lot of twerk music,
Come
and
on
we had a
now
lot of
or back then?
yeah, and we had a lot of mood music. Now I'm talking about in the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Kanye let hit when Drake came in. Kanye was trying to make him his protege, but then he ended up signing with Young Money. That's why Pusha T was trying to figure out a way to make himself relevant, and that's why that what is it, Exodus, that song with him and the Dream came out because that
Hey
was the
man, you keep
whole.
making it seem like Pusha T ain't relevant, bro. You wildin', bro.
Bro,
Nigga,
he not
Pusha T,
relevant, bro. He can
you
rap.
man, you don't
He's
like
not
Pusha
relevant.
T, man. You don't like his
Griselda,
music or
no,
something, bro. But
Griselda
Pusha
is
T hard.
relevant. The
You're right,
Locks is
but Pusha
relevant.
T is an
Fabulous is
OG in the
no.
game.
Pusha
He's
T
an
is not relevant in
OG.
this climate, man. He not. Bruh,
Pusha
they
T
not
is
that,
an OG.
bruh.
Love it. I had to come on because
They
you talk
not
about
they not relevant, bruh. They not.
Pusha T
They
is an
not,
OG in the
bro.
game, bro. What you mean?
He ain't no OG, bro. No, Fabulous
True.
is an OG in the
Okay,
game.
man. You just wasn't
Fabulous is an
you
OG
wasn't
in the
doing the
game. The Locks is OGs in the game. Dipset, bro. That's one hit. You like. That's the only song people know. I the
You
one that
said that's
came and
one
said
hit.
millions. Like I like what was it? Fear? Was it Wrath of
That boy
Cain
said
and
that's one hit.
Exit? I like Exodus, even though I now that
Don't
I
make me
kind
go
of
look
pieced
this
it,
stuff up because you know my memory. I
bro.
gotta go look it up,
They
and I
had what
will
was
go
it?
look
Can
it
I
up.
have it like that? Mr. Me Too. What's the
Okay,
other
there you
song?
go.
But the mega
And
hit,
then not
like
to
we talking about
mention he's the head
mega.
of Kanye label right now.
Man, Kanye put him in there, man. That man gave him a job. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he suck at
I
doing his
mean, that's
job.
ultimately what it is. I
He
mean, but
suck at doing his job.
he's still the head of a
He
billionaire
too busy dissing Drake and
label.
worried about
But
Drake
I
not
mean, but
signing not
Wow.
not signing to good music because
when
Wow.
Drake was
somebody, hey,
supposed to,
bro, when,
I gotta pick my fro on that one because you wow.
bro. Kanye wanted Drake to
bro,
sign to
sometimes,
him like he
sometimes when
signed.
people, sometimes when, sometimes when people get appointed to
Now, look,
jobs,
this
man,
boy.
they obviously, man, are fit for the job.
Man, he ain't
Niggas are
fit for
fit
the
for the.
job
I
because you
mean,
gotta
Pusha
think.
T was fit
You
for the
gotta think.
job.
Push T ain't fit
Hey,
for the job because why would you sign? Why would you sign a designer and not push him to have another hit record? Why did you sign Valley and not push him to have a real breakout? He had a viral hit record. Why would you let Big Sean, not make sure Big Sean get his money and keep putting his albums out on time. Like we went 3 or 4 years without a Big Sean album because he didn't get his money. He started having nervous breakdowns and started going crazy. Why would
Hey
you? You know what I'm
man, he
saying?
wasn't
Like, come
having a
on,
nervous
man.
breakdown or going crazy, man. He was just going through something, bro. Just like
Man,
everybody else
he was
do.
break because he wasn't getting that money. How you? I got #1 song on the radio. You owe me $3
You
million,
would break
and
down too, man, if you wanted that money the way
you
Kanye
owe
was
me $3
talking.
million.
You talking about push music?
You mess up Tiana Taylor album. That's him and Kanye. That's him and Kanye, bro. You gonna
Hey,
get 9?
I can't even say. Shout out to Joe Budden podcast. I was just watching them, and he was just saying how he felt like Kanye dropped the ball when he worked with Nas.
He did. We know he did. That album was garbage. And Nas, that's why Nas
I
hurried
wouldn't
up
say
and
all
came
that
with you.
now. I wouldn't.
Bro,
I
that game,
wouldn't.
that album was garbage.
Man, I
And
can't
Nas,
believe you.
why Nas came back 2 months later
You
with
say that
Nas
mug
album done?
garbage
He
though.
came with
It
Nas
ain't
album
garbage
done
now.
2 months
It
later with
ain't
DJ
garbage,
Khaled.
bro.
With 2 months later, he came with Nas album done with DJ Khaled now.
I
2
actually
months
think.
later.
I actually think the album with him is a good
Bro, the
album.
only song I know off of there, it's only one song that I remember off of there. And I ain't gonna say it because YouTube be tripping, but that's my point. Like
But the question is
there
this, Kizzy. Why you thinking that they can't just work and just get along, or you think what they going on all this back and forth stuff? You think that it's
Kanye a
just
hater.
them?
And
Who?
Pusha T a hater too. They both they just some haters. They mad that Drake is standing at the top of the game. They thought they was gonna do it with Meek. Meek messed the
Man,
whole
Drake ain't
thing up
hard.
because
He
well, we not saying hard, but see
He
the
not all
difference
that.
is
He not that.
the game is different. It's not. I'm not
I
saying
ain't saying
Drake is the
hard. I'm
hardest
just saying
rapper,
how y'all trying to make it seem like he is.
bro. Every time that man drop, he just dropped, and he literally just dropped another. I say this album is like a mixtape. He literally just dropped a whole nother mixtape on us and called it an album, and it's the #1 thing. It's the #1 thing smoking now, right now, because it ain't as crazy as Donda, because Donda is a Christian gospel rap album that's got secular artists on it, and he made it sound different than everything that we ever like. Kanye is
Yeah.
actually being Kanye
Well, he
again.
told them to do
Donda is
them.
the better album.
He told them to do
Yeah,
them, and they just bleeped out the cuss words. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Donda is the better album, but Drake
Oh,
is gonna win the war because we gonna still be
Drake
hearing
CD is a Drake CD. Yeah. Okay.
it's for the
Now,
club. It's for the club.
no,
It's for the
Drake
whip.
CD is
It's
a
for
better listening. Like you're not cutting Donda on when you at the backyard barbecue. I just did it. Like man, we was in the back bumping Drake the whole CD, and it was just the right vibe the whole way from beginning to end. Now you're not finna cut on no Kanye when you're on the back barbecuing at that moment. I'm just saying, bro, it's times for that
yeah.
Donda, but to answer though, just the main butt of the kids, man, what you think, bro? If you think that man, this a
Man, I just think.
black man just can't work together type of thing, or you just think that this something personal between them?
Yeah, I think it's something personal. I mean, especially with the Pusha T shit and all that shit that was in the past. Man, come on, man. And then like motherfuckers talking about leaking addresses and shit like that. Like I really don't get what's going on. But yeah, it's a lot of whole ass shit going on between this ass nigga and this nigga Kanye.
Man,
it's just a lot
dog.
of it's just some men girly shit that niggas need to, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas too big. Niggas big headed. That's what it is. These niggas big headed. You know what I'm saying? And they too big to be acting like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's why Jay-Z is at where he at. You know what I'm saying? That's why he doing what he doing. That's why he ain't that's why Nas is at where he at. You know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z just gonna end your career. That's all he gonna do.
That's why Pusha T ain't worried about none of that shit.
Yeah.
Man, Pusha T liking every comment that got something to say with Drake because he feel like he won. He just said, "Man, I'm happy that I got to put a chink in his armor with that because I don't even think that's like that everybody is celebrating that story of Adidon. Man, that was the most. It's funny. Only time they actually do some numbers is when he mentioned Drake. Like either one of them, like they only get hot when they mention that man name, and they need to be ashamed of themselves. Or Kanye got to do got to put a MAGA hat on and be standing next to Trump and talking all this weird, crazy stuff. And now
I
because he
get
done
what you're
found,
saying, but them two incidents that just happened recently
and
when
I'm happy.
Trump
And
been, I mean not Trump, but Kanye been doing this, bro. Kanye been going up on stage taking the mic from doing or saying that the president don't
but he
get to
been
speak.
doing it more every time he get ready to put
I'm
an
just
album out,
saying
he
that you
loses
can't
his
just
mind.
bring up recent incidents and act
Every
like that
time
this is
he,
Kanye's
every
first time
time,
doing some shit.
bro, every time he get ready to drop a shoe, drop
No, but
some
let's keep it
clothes,
real though. I
bro,
think what's
Drake
going
ain't
on
got
with
to do
them,
all
He been
that.
doing that though. He
Drake
been
ain't
doing
got
it
to
right?
before he
do
got
all
into
that,
it with
man.
Drake. He been
But
doing
that's
everything.
my whole point. He don't have to do all that. Drake don't have to do all that to sell an album. The Locks ain't got to do all that to sell an album. Nas, Jay-Z ain't got to do that. When they it's a date, it's a date. Ain't all that going on. Like Kanye got to do
I
all
feel
that
like this,
crazy stuff, and
bro.
I'm not
It's a
dissing them.
personal
That's
problem
just
between them, and whatever it is personal. It's been a lot of little back and forth for sure, which we all seen. So it ain't nothing new. I just feel
they some
like
haters, bro. And they
me,
only
me,
time they
me
get hot is when
personally,
they mention that
I,
man name.
me personally, I'm just sitting back being entertained by it. I'm not really off into it like that. I'm just entertained. Yeah, I don't know them personally, and I like both their music.
I
So
just can't co-sign
I wish
whackness,
they
bro. I
I
wish they
mean,
go
you
find
know,
us some
man, with the
business.
I just wish they could work together. But
Kanye
guess
in
what,
love
man?
with Drake
Everybody ain't
like
gotta work
that,
together,
like the
man.
Kanye in love with Drake like the Joker love Batman. that's how much of that's why Kim K left him just like Harley Quinn left the Joker. That's why Kim K
Kim K
left.
ain't left him,
Yes,
and
she
he
did.
good, bro. Trust me, man. She was just with him at the concert, so man, she ain't left him.
Man, she trying to stay next to him because she tired of getting married 1500. She don't want to get married no more. She want to stay with him. So she gonna move in that house. She gonna start praying and doing. She gonna stop the thottery like Janet Jackson. See, I'm happy that he found God, right? I'm
Yeah,
happy that he found God. I can't knock him for that. But it's every time, bro. It's a publicity stunt. Every time, ever since what was it? Ever since graduation, bro, it's been a stunt. It's been something crazy behind each and everything. And then he got this whole
I don't think he doing it on purpose though.
bro, he doing it on
I
purpose,
don't
bro.
think like
Think about
I
it. Every
don't think
time an
he's
album
doing
get
it
ready
with
to
the
come,
intent on like trying to
every
gain
time,
something.
every time an album come out, Hayes, every time. This is like when when you in there with Lil Hayes and the boys, right? And you know that when you ask them to clean up something, right? And they get the fault and they don't do it, what they gonna do? They gonna fall out on the floor. They gonna say they gonna do it next time. It's the same thing with Kanye.
Yeah,
Kanye gonna
I
throw a temper
mean,
tantrum and lose his mind, or now he gonna find God, but he gonna
I'm not
keep
saying
dissing
that
Drake.
dude ain't acting no type of way. I'm just saying that whatever going on is personal between them,
Then, like,
and by them just being two big behemoth of artists, we just being entertained
bro,
by it all, bro.
he lame, bro. He lame. Him and Pusha T
But you
lame.
be going in,
He
man. I ain't
lame, bro.
talking
It's
about something ain't
lame.
lame. Nigga,
It's
ass, man.
lame. It's lame. I'll
Hey,
say it to their face.
bro,
It's
hey,
lame.
It's entertainment. It's
bro,
entertainment.
hey,
I can't
bro, hey,
co-sign
look,
being lame, bro.
Of course.
Hold on. Keep going.
Kanye and Drake, Kanye and Drake, man. Both, if anything, both of them niggas lame. Both, Drake and
Oh, Drake
both of
ain't
them
lame.
niggas.
Explain to me how Drake
Ain't
lame.
no, them niggas lame, man. Them niggas whack.
Now Zone, you okay?
But
See,
Explain to me
man,
how Drake lame.
you being
I
one
don't
sided
want to make
now.
it
I
seem like
see
how
you
y'all.
being one
I don't.
sided. Don't be one
I ain't
sided,
never
Zone.
seen.
I
Listen to
don't want to
both of
make
the
it seem like.
conversations because now you defending Drake. I see, and then man, when it comes to Pusha T,
No,
you
but
just
if
call
Drake
Pusha T. How you just call Pusha T and Kanye lame, but then when he say Drake lame, you
explain to me how
he
Drake
ain't
lame
lame,
and
he ain't lame.
explain to me what Drake is lame for. Explain to me, because all I know is dude put out hit had to hit. He be smashing dude. Only thing I can say about Drake is he need to slow down. He need to stop smashing dude girl, because I think this is the whole catalyst of why he took Kanye's spot and he probably smashed Kim K on the
So
low.
Kanye haven't been dropping hit after hit
Niggas be
or
whining
none of
too
that
much,
neither.
man. That's what it's about. Niggas be whining too much. Nigga, keep that shit
Bro,
in
that's
the
his
music.
music, bro. You
Hey,
ain't
but
hold on,
niggas be
wait,
too.
wait, wait.
Niggas be.
Wait.
Nigga, look. I ain't gonna tell my son You know what I'm saying? Don't beat, man. No, don't cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't with all that shit, but that nigga Drake,
It's not crying,
he
man. It's
real.
not crying.
Niggas real.
It's
Niggas is
no
real
because
soft. Niggas is
no.
real soft. And
I'm finna
Kanye
tell you
West
what it
is
is.
soft too.
I'm
Kanye
finna
West
tell
is
you.
soft too. Kanye West be
I'm finna
acting
tell you,
soft too.
Kizzy.
But
Kizzy,
Pusha
I'm
T
finna
don't
tell
be
you. I'm
acting
finna
soft.
break it down to you. I'm
They
finna
He
break
don't
both
it
be
be
down to
acting
acting
you.
some
man
type
with
of
them
way.
niggas like that.
Okay, but hold
They
on.
both acting some
Both of
type of
them
way.
niggas.
Kizzy, let me explain
Both
to
of
you.
them
Let me
niggas
explain to you.
always on the internet. Drake and Kanye West
Drake don't be
always
on
on
the
the
internet.
internet.
No,
Got
Kanye be on the
all,
internet. Drake don't be on the
look,
internet.
niggas be on the
Kanye,
internet responding. Niggas be on the
but hold
internet like
on.
sarcastically responding.
But hold on.
So
But he was
that's in your
respond.
feelings. You ain't
He
gonna catch J.
responded
Cole on
to
that shit.
Drake.
You ain't
Don't
gonna
be
catch
on.
man
Drake
catching that
respond when
shit.
they been threatening his family. He ain't been on the internet. He don't be on the internet like that. He dropped and that's it. He dropped or
His
he might get
albums
on
don't even
James
be all
Harden
that
or
hot.
Lil Baby or something. He don't be on
His
the internet
albums
like that.
all that
He
hot.
if you hey Kizzy,
He
if somebody
overrated.
dropped
He
your
overrated.
address.
He
If
overrated,
somebody
bro.
dropped your address on the internet and said what's up, and then you get on the song and say on GD, you better not play with me and my family or me and my wife. And do you think I'm gonna get on there and laugh too? Because we got all type of. He just told you on the knife talk. He got all type of shooters over there. 21 of them over there. You know,
Man,
like
that's
he
good
just
there right
told you that
there.
they got that. He just
Everybody
told
got that.
He
man.
I'm pretty
overrated.
sure Drake
That's
got
why
that
Kanye
too.
coming with GD. Man, they need to just go ahead and fight, and he need to go ahead and fight Kanye. And after he get
Now
through
that's
fighting,
lame, man. Them
they
niggas
need
two
to go
different
ahead and
guys,
fight because
and
they want to
that's
fight.
lame.
They can't
Pusha
fight. They
T,
know they can't fight,
Pusha
so they
T,
want to
Pusha T
assassinate
ended
Drake
that shit.
character.
Pusha T ended
Man,
that nigga Drake.
let somebody
That
drop
nigga
my
whatever he
location.
did. That nigga Pusha T ended that
Let
shit with
hey,
Drake like he did, like
you
he
let
supposed to.
hey.
Hey,
Look.
And
hey,
somebody told him don't
guess
do
what?
nothing else. They told that nigga don't do nothing else, and he didn't want to do
Guess
nothing else
what?
after Pusha T said what he said. So that's some soft
Hey,
Man,
ass
look,
shit.
he dropped the location, bro. That's a threat on my life. You didn't threat it. You didn't threat my.
folks
Even though
need
I
to.
got all the guns in the world, you gonna drop it. Then gonna make a secret diss track to where Andre 3000 got to come out and say, bro, I don't want no parts of this. It's get too real. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. Like
That's pretty much like, bro, learning how to let stuff go and live life, bro. Basically,
you're right, but they
cause
can't.
all
But
that
if
back and forth that y'all just was, I mean, the stuff that we talking about really don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like what
Kizzy,
does it mean
he
for
dropped
both
my
of them?
he didn't drop my location. Like they big enough to where everybody know where they at. But at the same time, bro, he said it. He said, bro, make make my location your driver's destination or leave it alone or something like that. Like, you don't
I
just
get
do
it,
that, bro.
I get it,
You
bro. But
threatening
look,
all because you mad that you fell off and you not as hot as you used to be, and I might have smashed your girl back in the day. Who didn't smash Kim K back in the day? No disrespect to Kim K, but who didn't? You know what I'm saying? Soldier Boy said he did. Chris Brown
man,
said he
you
did.
wild, man, because you
Ray
know they
J said he
didn't.
did. Meek
Ray J
Mill
did for
said he
sure.
didn't do it, but he probably did. They all probably. I mean, come on, man. You knew what time it is when you got with it. The whole shoot, the whole thing. He mad. He mad at the Kanye is mad at the truth, and I love Kanye, but he mad at the truth, bro. It's like, bro, you chose her.
Gone,
It's just like me. I
gone.
was dating a woman that was with a whole married man. What I did, I let it go. I moved around. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to, I was dating a chick. I was
Can you
walking
hear
in the
me?
place. Yeah, we heard you. I'm just
Oh, okay,
saying.
man. You just talking. That's what I'm
I'm
trying.
just
Like, what the
I,
fuck? I'm like,
I'm
can
just
you hear me, nigga? Because you going. I'm like, hold up.
yeah. I'm just being for real. Like you can't get
No,
mad
because
at
I'm trying to
somebody,
tell. No,
and you
look,
can't get
no.
mad at your
No, I'm
gal if
letting
that's
you
what
go.
she doing.
I was just for to be on some silly shit and be like, nah, nigga, Ray J ain't just say he did. We seen him do that.
But still, we know the point is
We
the
seen Ray
game.
J do
She
it.
was
Like,
on the game mixtape. Her and Chloe was on the game mixtape, telling him on the intro of the mixtape, "Hey, so gamer, you're gonna come to the party, and we're gonna have a party later on. And we're gonna turn up, and it's on one of them mixtapes.
but
You
what
can't, you
that
know what I'm
got to
saying?
do with these two niggas going back and forth,
Kanye is
and
this.
what this got to
Kanye
do with it?
got on stage and
I
said,
just said,
"I love
man,
Drake, but why do I have?"
moving along, we
Bruh,
gonna let it go, and we gonna
they can't let it
niggas
go.
need to let go and just live their life,
They
bro,
can't
and
let
just
it
go
go
on
because
by
they
their business.
lame, bruh.
Cause
They can't
learning
let it go
how to
because they
let stuff
lame.
go and live life. That's exactly what they need to do. I mean, now when niggas dropping addies and they talking to, I mean, that's something else. But when you actually probably know how these cats are living, and you like, man, I don't think when they one of them see each other, I mean, maybe they will squabble. I don't know. But for the main part, you know how Kanye living, you know how Drake living, and what they bickering about is way more real stuff going on in music than what they bickering about. Trust me. So what they on, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I'm just entertained by it all, like how I said.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm,
But learning how to
I'm,
let stuff go and live life, man, how important
I,
is that, kid?
I keep smiling. Other motherfuckers
Kizzy,
shit
go ahead and cut your camera off because you break it up again.
too much.
No, man,
Ain't like
that boy
vaccinated with
froze.
something like that. And Royce 5'9".
Okay, there you go.
Hold
Nah,
on.
man, I was gonna say, man, did you hear me?
Yeah, cut your camera off, kids. Let's just cut our camera off. Hey, so it stay working because we was good when the cameras was off.
What you say?
I say, man, I say, did you hear the question I was asking? I say, man, speaking of that, how important it is to like to learn how to let stuff go and just live life.
Man, it's very important. It's a must thing. It's mandatory because if you don't, man, it's one of these things that you will end up battling with, and you will end up taking things with you, for as things not letting stuff go. Because when you don't let stuff go, you know what I'm saying? It'll build up in you, and then you'll
Cut
be
that
that
on, bro, man, and
fucking
talk that real quick, man. And cut that on and talk that real quick.
yeah. You
Okay,
will
now, man,
be
what
if
you
you don't
saying?
man that if you don't let stuff go, man, you will end up carrying that shit from the you know what I'm saying that shit with you all the way until you know what I'm saying until you fucking die if you don't let it go. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
if because I've been through situations like that and built up and it built like a fucking a lion. You know what I'm saying? You have a lion, you have birds and lions, man, locked in cages. You know what I'm saying? It's like animals. You have them, man, in cages for a long time. You let them out, you're gonna be surprised at what the motherfuckers are gonna do, man, when they get out there, motherfucker. It's like a human when you land in the potential. When they get out, they new to the shit, so they bound to do some shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you don't let that shit go, you would definitely probably hurting some yourself and a few more other people. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to let things go. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a person that's dealing with that shit right now as we speak. I'm dealing with that, and that's exactly why I can't. That's exactly why a lot of obstacles in front of me, as far as with the music stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we know a lot of musicians who man dealt with a lot of depression and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, we're gonna
killing themselves or just on dream or whatever.
go
You know
back.
what I'm saying? So it's stuff it's stuff like that, man, that we definitely gotta learn how to let go.
Yeah, zone.
I mean, he right. Like y'all didn't seen me go through it the last year. In my
Yeah.
situation. So it just took me a minute, and it took me just saying, what, all I could do is forget that person and move forward because they gonna live their life regardless. The people that do you wrong is
Yeah.
gonna live your life regardless. And I'm gonna
You're gonna
say,
be sleeping like a baby.
exactly. They gonna say sorry, and that's all they can do is say sorry. That's all they gonna do
Or
is say sorry.
not say sorry. They might not even say
That
sorry
too.
for what they done. So you gotta
Exactly.
live with
Yep.
whatever you feeling like in your heart. Look, I'm gonna just move on, but everybody, especially man, if it's somebody that you feel like did you some type of way or something like that, then that's different. Because I feel like sometimes now, no, we gonna leave some people, man, to where they at for sure. We can't
Yeah.
always, man. You can't always feel like,
They can come back
yeah, man,
around.
right, or man, I'm gonna let that go. Like, nah, nigga, it's up. It's there for life.
Right. Yeah,
No,
that's and
I
that
still feel like even with that, it's like you gotta let it go because you don't deal with that person no more, but you gotta
That
let
don't
it
mean I'm
go
thinking
still.
about. I mean, that don't mean that you will be thinking about that every day, or it's just you cutting that person off mentally from your mind, or like you like to say, zone blocking folks. I'm
Yep.
blocking them. I ain't worried about you. I mean, and then especially if it's somebody that you might see around
I'm
your way or something. I mean, I don't know. It still should be like that. I see you out, but I don't know because I don't deal with folks like
I'm
that.
gonna say
To where like
acknowledge,
I gotta
not acknowledge person.
right, basically. But like I'm saying, I don't deal with nobody that I feel like if I see them out, I'm gonna just walk past them and speak. I mean, not speak, but because
So
I'm already the type of person, man. Like if I know you, of course, man, I'm gonna do me naturally. But some people, of course, you might see them and man, and you might know like, shit, if they don't say nothing to me, I ain't saying nothing to
exactly.
them.
Exactly. But I just feel like something even with them, like I don't see a lot of these cats no way. I don't see a lot of these rappers. Most of the people that's in the game industry I had a problem with, they was on the internet. And when it come to females or just people that's
Oh
that
snap!
did
My
me
boy
wrong,
did go to Dragon Con this week. I forgot to
yeah,
even man, yeah.
exactly. So I wasn't even gonna bring that up, hey, but since you brought it up, yeah, I be everywhere where these cats don't be at. Um, and if they are there, they had to, ride D to get there. So
Facts, man. And shout out to Payne Lewis too, man. And we still through that too, man, in this weekend. So man, yeah, like I like that
like
talk to you.
so I don't even be tripping. I don't even be tripping because the opportunity still and when you purge yourself of that anger and that hate, that's when God gonna bless you. That's why I was telling you, Hayes,
Yeah,
about
but
folks coming.
saying what?
That's what I'm telling you earlier about folks coming on, like off air. I ain't worried about who gonna come off here. People who's supposed to be on here gonna be on here, and the
Oh
people
yeah,
that ain't supposed to be on here, they ain't gonna be on here. So when it
yeah,
spark
that's fair.
flourishing and start growing and everything else, when we get out that mindset of expecting people to treat us like we treat them, because they don't they definition of loyalty and love and respect, loyalty and knowledge, like their definition of that is different from ours. A lot of people
Yeah,
doing that's around us is doing stuff for the check. We can't be. That's why I was telling you about that too. I ain't worried about the views or the money or whatever because it's still people still supporting. Like last week, Charlie Norwood dropped $100 on the stream,
you sure
and
did.
we so I'm not even worried about all that. And I feel like with Drake and Kanye, they'll be if they just leave that alone. And Kanye gonna put Pusha T a time out and tell him to actually write a hit record and worry about being a better A&R or a better president or whatever instead of worrying about what Drake got going on and make good music, a viable label up there with the cash monies, the quality controls and all that instead of 2 Chainz ain't signing because he's seeing this just like DTP and Big Sean getting jerked out of money and all this other stuff going on.
Yeah,
You know,
true indeed.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I hope both of these niggas, man, just do what the fuck they gotta do, man, and either swab it out or rap it out, whatever y'all gonna determine that's
I
gonna
don't
make
think it's that
y'all.
deep, but I don't think it's that deep. But I know, looking at social media, I was seeing a lot of people once Drake came out. A lot of people was really like playing tug of war. They was like, yeah, man, and this Drake this Kanye this, and I'm like, man, why they both can't exist in the same world? And we listen to the Nas CD that just dropped. We listen to the Kanye. We listen to the Drake. We listen to the new West Side Gun that's just dropped. We listen to the new Currency that's just dropped. I'm just saying, bro.
Because they want to see bloodshed, bro.
All this music, yeah, all this music for me could coexist, and I don't judge none of it. I listen to just all of it and just listen to it. I don't really be like, oh yeah, this harder than that one because I mess with all of them.
I do
I
too,
like
but
their
I feel
music. Now I got my people I don't listen to, but Them are some of the people in the vein that I listen to. I'm gonna listen to a Kanye. I'm gonna listen to the Drake. I'm gonna listen to the Nas. I'm gonna listen to the West Side. I'm gonna listen to the Currency. Like them, all the shits I want to listen to anyway.
He gonna listen to the Sukiyama.
But not the Sukiana.
You know
Yeah, I've
what
been
I
listening
saw?
to I've been listening to Mock Homie and man Crime Apple man lately. So they've been man kind of the dude I've been kind of like man really listening to, and man there's somebody else man like man I'm listening to too man that kind of that just you know what I'm saying that just kind of like just came to my attention. Just like I just kind of need to stay on just listening to them. But yeah, Crime Apple man, he a different man type of rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm just too. It's like man, but it's just yeah, it's just some shit I just don't like. But I just listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But it might be a few songs I listen to. You know what I'm saying out there? But it just be
Mm-hmm.
like okay, well, but
No,
when the
but you
radio
know
come
what
on,
though?
I don't be want to hear none of that shit. I just want to get to the that I listen to. It's just gonna be some Styles P or something, or it's gonna be some Smokey Robinson or something, or
But
some
Rock
John
Marciano,
Coltrane.
man, he be going in too, man. The Rock.
Yeah, yeah, but that's what I've been listening. I've been listening to Rock, Crime Apple, you know, Action Bronson and them, Smoke
Yeah,
Dizza and
Mm.
them,
yeah.
all them that's in there. Man,
Planet Asia,
I've
my
been listening.
dude too, man. And Planet Asia, he be
He
going
finna
in
Yeah,
drop
too.
some. He finna drop some.
Who?
Planet Asia.
No, but I've been hip to him. But he on the Ali CD too, ain't he?
That's why I was asking you about him dropping something because I believe I saw Ali say something about it. So
Uh,
that's why I was asking.
I don't know.
Hey,
Like,
hey, don't go check.
yeah, you know me, I'm a fact checker. We got to do fact checks around here. And thank
Mm-hmm.
everybody for tapping in once again. You Ain't Lying Podcast. Y'all already know what it is.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
y'all for tapping in, man. And we got my fam on here, man. Rawkizzie, Raw Cat, Midwest Monstars, Monstar Family, Representer. Y'all tap into whatever he got going on. Follow him on everything. Talk about your new video, man, that you had just dropped. And that boy Louis had shot it, man. And shout out to Louis. Take
Mm-hmm.
over Films STL, man. Y'all rock with him. Salute. But man, talk about the new track that man that you had just put out.
yeah, that's it. I am no hero, man. Yeah, that you know, I had that in the stash for a long
It's one of them cuts
man.
that you've been had in the stash.
Yeah, that song was inspired by man. Because we all know, I don't know, not too many people know. We know that was originally made by French Montana. I mean, well, made by
Yeah.
Pharrell, and it was gay to French Montana. But I know I heard Smoke Diz on it, and this like rap off there, man. So man, I had gave a little shout out at the intro of the song, but
Yeah.
you know, I had that song in the cut, man, for a little minute. I was like, let me go ahead and rock to this. Just kind of fit. Just kind of fit my mood I'm in right now. Just a nice
Yeah.
little man, little 2 minute track, and I can just get my issue off, and everybody know what I'm coming, how I'm coming, and what I'm coming for. Cause
Yeah.
after this, it's gonna be nails in the coffin. But that song, man, been trying to get that song and that video shot probably like a year and a half now, man. I'm finally glad that I got it out the way.
Yeah, I'm happy that you back. That you back doing your thing, Kizzy. Like we been, me and Hayes. I've been asking him about you and seeing what's going on. And he was like, man, he coming. He come. When he gonna come? You know how I always tell you. So I'm just happy that you back into the fold. I stayed off so we keep it even. But
Some stuff ain't
yeah,
got
Yeah,
it.
it come from man. I've been down, man, from that COVID shit, man. When that COVID, I had that real bad, man. Wolf coughing and shit, and then it turned into something real bad. But man, yeah, thank God that I'm back. I'm back. That I ain't doing that same. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling that same fucking way, cause that shit was. And actually, it kind of, man, almost like, man, made me, you know what I'm saying, like just stop doing music, period, because I ain't have no breath to rap. I couldn't, I
Mm.
couldn't even if I wouldn't be able to bounce around like the way I was doing in that video like that without actually having an inhaler or coughing up, whatever you call mucus and shit like that, and
Yeah.
being sleepy like that, like not really getting no sleep like that, like just actually going through some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what almost just took me out. You know what I'm saying? That coughing, that whole thing, that fungus on my lungs and all that. But
Mm.
I'm back, man. I'm back breathing. I can run. I can jog. I can do all the shit I was doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
True,
That's a
dude.
blessing. That's a blessing. Um.
Yeah, I'm
So I
trying
got.
trying to get back active, man. This is the active trying to be this music shit, and it was dealing with that. It definitely took a toll on me, but man, it was good that Hayes, man, kept it going because I knew that he was gonna keep it going. And I think that he kept it going. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
had to fall back, man, because I had to take care of me first. And
Yeah.
I was
That's real
I was
right
finna
there.
give up. I was
What
finna
I
give
tell
up,
you,
man.
Zone.
I went through so many nights, man. I was finna get ready to give. I was finna give up, man. Just job wise, just you know what I'm saying. I would just say
Yeah.
fuck it. Like I'm like either I just need to be taken to a home because I was just steady telling them like, man, there's got to be something worse. Like it got to be something worse than COVID. If y'all can't find out what's going on
Mm-hmm.
and get no rest, and I can't do this the normal shit that somebody you know what I'm saying that an individual you would think that a motherfucker would be able to do. It took me away, but I'm hanging on by some dental floss right now.
Yeah. Well, we
Nah,
glad.
bro, you doing it, bro. Like Zone say, man, you done bounce back. And like I say,
Yeah.
it wasn't nothing but a conversation with us, like, but a phone call. We laughed. It was like, bro, it wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you the same stuff you saying now, the same stuff you told me. Like, bro, like, I had to do me. Like, I had to find me and do what I needed to do because you was feeling some type of way about what you was going through.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all in all, I'm knowing, like, yeah, man, I know, like, he still, like, I know you just ain't gonna call it quits, but, like, you saying, like, you was feeling like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I felt like I was finna, and all them nights, man, I came to the studio, man, with you, and I was, trying to stop and going to sleep instead. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit, that wasn't me. That was supposed to be going there, but you know what I'm saying? It was a trial and a tribulation.
Man, but look, I ain't never, you see, like, I ain't never, like, really, like, in that moment come to you on no type of, like, dang, bro, like, I just kept doing what I supposed to been doing. I'm feeling like, man, I'm gonna do this for us.
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
This shit for us,
Hey.
bro. Just like how it always been, bro, since day one, like, type of shit. Like, we've been going at it since day one, since we was in the living room. This man was making beats off the Fruity Loops in the living room. And I'm walking around to his crib, and we, man, sitting in the living room, he making beats. Cause guess
Y'all
what?
probably
We
about to
ain't
go.
had nobody making our beats for us. We ain't had nobody making beats for us.
And we probably about to go drop that same day when you coming around, man, coming around or listen to a beat or something.
And shout out to Killzone too, cause he done got us, man. And I think I talked about it many a time. I'm gonna keep saying it. Like, he gave us our interview like 8 years ago now. Me and
Man.
you at the Game Haven.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Game Haven, man.
which
Rest in peace.
which
Yeah.
that store is no longer there. So this another full circle moment for us again, because now we right back on a whole nother tip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Oh
made me
yeah.
he made me feel, man, like I was doing something when I wasn't doing that.
Nah, y'all, but you was doing something though. Y'all was
You
doing
was. I mean, we
y'all was doing
was. Fool.
music,
You
dropping
remember us saying that
projects.
we were doing that.
Yeah, you was making music, dropping projects. We Are Hip Hop started. Like y'all
Yeah,
was doing
did.
the damn thing, bro. It
And
wasn't
shout
no,
out to We Are Hip Hop too, because We Are Hip Hop is still living well and strong, man, in the group chat.
yeah, the
And
Facebook group still popping.
on the Facebook group. So if y'all on We Are Hip Hop, log in on that Facebook, search that, go ahead and join that group, man, because there's a lot of artists and MCs in there, a lot of people in there that do what they do
That
good
joint
too.
still popping, still
Still
popping,
popping.
still
So
popping.
salute to everybody in that thing, man. Y'all keep that thing jumping. I
For
showed this
real.
on the media about that too. That I was like, and I was telling him that it's still jumping, and he was like, okay. He was like,
Yeah.
okay.
So since Hayes brought it up, man, I did go to Atlanta for Dragon Con, man, and just to tell y'all a little bit about the experience. Man, the quarantine that really messed stuff up because usually they do 80,000 people. It
Yeah.
was 40,000 people,
Well, it
but
was
the
just half
lines
there.
made
It
it.
was split in
But the
half. Split.
line, but what they did was like they was trying to put safety precautions in place so would nobody get sick, and
They was
of
like
course,
texting people off and pie seating and stuff.
testing them on site. They made people wait in long lines.
You was mad about that or what?
Yeah, bro, cause how you gonna have
That
we
boy
were
was like, yeah.
cause Hayes called me and they had us in this little room that was like the front end of the ambassador where you get your tickets and everybody was in there, wasn't nowhere to move. Like you still, you know what I'm saying? And I guess cause they feel like you still standing in the queue.
Yeah.
And I guess they felt like okay, everybody in here should be cool. So if you didn't, if you ain't got a vaccine card or you ain't got a negative test, for the CPAC, then
You're right.
you should be straight. But then they was testing people on site, and it's like, you know what I'm saying, and then they still had us lined up in long lines,
Yeah.
and basically, if you didn't get there in enough time, you
It
was
was
gonna
over.
get cut off. But I'll
Right. It
say
was
this
over.
though, we stayed in East Atlanta at this little Airbnb, and what I can tell you, we was staying in the hood, but the vibe was cool. The people was cool. The parties was lit. We went to the little burlesque show. They was showing out over there at that thing.
That's cool.
I wasn't really, I ain't on demon time like that, so I wasn't really all that
You on
enthused.
God
Like,
time
yeah,
now.
I'm on
You on
God
God
time
time.
now, so it was cool. Like, they was the gals was hot, but at the same time, I was just like, all right, cool, like, you know, it's cool, like it's cool. So, we didn't go to the City of Magic or none of that. We didn't really do no sightseeing on this trip, but same time. It was just we ate at Cookout. We ate at the Waffle House. The Waffle House, the service was good. The
Yeah.
food was hot and fresh. They got it to our table really, really quick. Um, you know what I'm saying? It was a good little vibe. But I had to say, like, we got in the Uber with this lady, and she was telling us like, yo, you still got to come down here with a plan to make it. You just ain't gonna finna just come down here and think you finna just blow up. Like if you put the
Right.
work in, yeah. If you made the connections and everything else, yeah. And then we got into a Uber one night with this brother from Kansas City. He said, man, I was doing community work in Kansas City. I met a lady down here and I got a job. And he was like, I was happy to see that black people was still winning in it was winning big down here in the South, even though it was roadblocks and stuff put into place for us not to win. We still
Yeah.
winning big in the South. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in St. Louis think that, or even just in the industry, they think, oh, if I go down to Atlanta, get a trap beat and, have a future Amigos flow or a Thugger flow, then I'm a blow.
Well,
And
that's
that's
a
just not
carbon
how it
copy,
is.
man. That's what we call a carbon copy, man. That's old
Yeah.
copycat right there. I
But the
mean,
vibe was so good though, hey, it's like I'm talking about the
I bet.
hood. The hood was the hood, but they kept the hood together. Like it ain't
But
like,
it felt good. It felt good to you.
bro, they kept the streets
It wasn't
clean,
wasn't
ragged.
rowdy.
I mean,
Right.
it was still like you could tell the stores was still kind of old, and they need to sweep them off the floor a little bit more. But we was I was in the Dollar General, and they got the daggone radio playing on an amp, not the speakers, amp. They got they turned off the little jingle music they be having up in here. They got the radio station playing. They took one of them speakers out the box and got the radio. Hey, was like, what's that? That's the radio? I said, bro, I'm in a dollar store. He's like, what? I said, man, listen to what they got playing over here, man. And
It was
so,
damn good.
man, it was just like the vibe. It was an
I
accident,
get it, man, but the
man.
mindset of like moving to Atlanta is almost like the mindset of when everybody wanted to move to New York at one point. Then it became Los Angeles at one point. Now it's the South,
Atlanta,
and now it's Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Houston.
I mean Houston and down south, period, Florida. You know, parts of Florida and stuff like that. And I ain't mad at it though for real, because if I could, I would move to the West Coast for sure. I would stay out of Los Angeles for sure. If I could jump tomorrow and go, well, not if I could, whenever I want to, or whenever we decide to, we going out west. Or man, I wouldn't mind going down south somewhere because I like the hot weather, man. I don't mind. Like I'd rather stay somewhere where it don't get cold at really. But you know, staying from where we from.
Yeah.
But huh?
I said, yeah, that sounds like right up my alley too, man. But it just them typical places I don't be like being there. I see, I don't like that typical shit. Sometimes I see everybody love to visit and vacate there. I think I want to stay somewhere quiet. And now that I think about it, I'll be like, man, now I think I want to stay somewhere motherfucking where it's just really peaceful and there ain't nobody at for it. If I got the money to stay there and then I can just fly out anytime I want to just go kick it somewhere, then yeah, I'll do that. But
Yeah,
I think I just rather just want to stay ducked off, man. Where I mean, it's gonna be people, but it ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's like going to the county and do a show, and then going to the south side and do a show. That's how I want to live. Like, my universal, man, is where I'm gonna be living at, and then when I want to get come out, because
So basically, you saying
know,
you want to go? Oh my bad.
He want to move to one of them states that's somewhere.
Colorado.
Denver. Right. Look. I swear we both said, you said Colorado, I said Denver.
Is it Denver? Hey, why you know, that Luffy chick, my lady, she was like, I want to go to Colorado. I said, Colorado? Why in Colorado? Because ain't nobody around. I said, dang.
You know,
I
man,
ain't
I
mad
was
at
talking
her.
about this last night to some of my people, man, because he was saying the same thing about like how he want to move where like geographically it's a lot of space, like it's spacious, like just period.
I was just
and I was saying, to me, I think it's places like that here in St. Louis, ain't it? It's just you gotta be like farther out, not in the city part of St. Louis. Of course, that's gonna be on the outskirts of St. Louis. Like you ain't gonna find nothing spacious away from people in the city.
Nah, but you know that when you look at it on Complex, when you following something on Complex on Instagram and they take a picture of something in Greenland versus you taking something a picture in St. Louis, what you talking about? Totally different. It looked totally different. It gives you a totally different breath of fresh air when you look at the picture. You might see some mountains in the back. You might see a little ice. You might see I don't know. You might see some nice piece of land. The grass might look like, man, you want to roll around in it and just get as itchy as man you can. It don't even matter. It's just something about St. Louis shit. It just don't.
It just don't fit well with you, huh?
It's just I guess I ain't seen that place where it's a lot of space in and it look like fucking Irish men be walking.
I thought we were
going. What was I finna say? Dang, I'm trying to remember. Oh no, but I play Flight Simulator, right? So Flight Simulator, you can fly over the neighborhood. Like, and so I did that, and I said, oh, okay, South County and stuff like that. Then I went to Giza, where the pyramids was, and I was shocked to find it's a whole city up there. Like, I said, man, this ain't what I seen on National Geographic. You know what I'm saying? The way that they make it seem like now I'm gonna fly when they update it. Matter of fact, I'm my goal. I gotta get me a new laptop anyway. I'm gonna get a laptop that can play that that could play that game at the highest fidelity. What happened to Hayes? At the highest fidelity, Kizzy, because you could literally fly over the entire world and see what the world got to offer. Like you can go to France, you can go to Japan, you can go, you know what I'm saying, and it's in real time. So I mean, you could always start it over there, so you ain't got to fly from here all the way to, London or Japan, but you can fly over the whole city and see. I flew over New York. I flew over. I need to do the flight to Chicago, but I keep messing it up, and that's a boring flight because it ain't nothing but country. But it's like when you see it, peep the different places that's around. You right. You gonna always get the most uh lavish looking or the most um beautiful looking spot. They not gonna show you the real. You know what I'm saying, of every spot, because it's beautiful spots everywhere that you go.
Right.
So
Yeah.
what happened?
And the
There you go,
thing
Hayes.
about
There you go. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Yeah. So it leads us to the last topic, y'all. Is fame and fortune really worth it? Because you could die any day. Rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, man, it just passed. You know what I'm saying? He was Omar on the Wire. He was many other different characters. Um, that brother was amazing. Like that brother was black excellence. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I feel like it's something going on, but I ain't gonna even address why he died or whatever. I just, rest in peace to that brother. Prayers
Yeah.
to his
Yeah.
family.
Because
You know,
they don't even matter right now. They don't even
yeah,
matter right now.
yeah,
You talk about that
man.
later. We talk about that later.
Yeah.
But the main point is what you think, Kizzy, about that statement that about the last question.
I ain't even get the question, man. What was it again?
The last question was, is fame and fortune really worth it since we all can die any day anyway?
Nah, it's not. I mean, no. I mean, if you're talking about does it matter if you get them things? No. As you sit here chasing
Right.
them things and sweating blood and tears, man, for it? No. You just
Right.
sweating just to live the better life. But you live a better
Yep.
life, man, without living the fame, without having the fame.
There you go.
It's many white people that's living right now that has a lot of money and you don't even know who the fuck Jimmy or Dick. You don't know who the fuck he is. You don't know who the fuck Dick Johnson is, man. And he taking care of his wife right now, and they probably about to go to a divorce, and man, she about to take man 1 million from him, and he still got 16 million in his bank account. Like that shit don't even fucking matter, man. It's just about just what I'm saying, just hard working, and I guess just just live your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
hmm
But
Yep.
don't work yourself, man, hard all your life, man, and then you realizing that you 88 now and get a chance to even sit down.
well, that's why I brought that to Hayes, because me and Mama had a conversation. Mama Kills on. We had a conversation about that, and she was like, "You gotta learn how to just enjoy life where you at." You know what I'm saying? And I was reading in my Bible, like a lot of times we we well, now I was listening to Joel Osteen, and he was saying, you know, we ain't patient enough to wait on God to bless us, because we always thinking, what if? We always comparing ourselves to the next person. That person that got all, that's like I be saying on the show all the time. These cats be having all this money, but they be depressed as hell on the inside. You know what I'm saying? So they can have all this stuff and still have a mental breakdown like Kanye. They can have all this stuff and feel like they worthless. You feel me? So it really don't even matter.
If he go tomorrow, he ain't taking nothing of it with him no way. And all what he did, people just gonna pick him apart like how we done seen people do with Prince or with Michael Jackson or just with some other people who lived a certain life, and then when it all comes to the end, it's like, man,
Mhm.
people just like now with the I think 50 Cent had just made a stat kind of like in poor taste. I think he took it down, but it still was like he was promoting his show and his liquor. You know what I'm saying?
And
Talking,
and when 50 and Jimmy Henchman was into it, Michael K. Williams was standing on the side of Jimmy Henchman, but 50 still hired him though.
hire him
50
to do
still
what?
hired him to be on Power, I think.
Okay.
One of them shows, he was on one of them.
Power now.
He still hired him. I look at the full. I think he was in something 50 was in.
Okay.
Matter of
Well,
fact,
yeah,
what
well,
he
yeah.
in get no, I'm
But
trying to
I'm just
remember.
saying that to say that, man, and people gonna say what they want to say, whether you alive or whether you gone from this motherfucker. So I just feel like trying to fame and fortune, you know, man, that's a hell of a drug too, I guess. If you chasing fame or you chasing money, because that's what fortune is the fame, the money, you know what I'm saying? But is it worth it? Of course not. Of course not when you ain't. I mean, but I wouldn't even say of course not. Actually, I'm gonna say it might be worth it to you in the moment because you might not want to live just a regular lifestyle. You might want to be going on trips, driving nice cars, wearing designer clothes. And that just naturally might be your thing. It's not like everybody is not out for that to possess in a certain way and trying to cutthroat people or out here doing credit card scams or out here robbing, you know what I'm saying, scheming. Everybody ain't doing it to get that. But if you're doing it to get that, that's the type of time that they'll be on. Some people work for theirs and they still go shopping for designer clothes or they still go get the nice car. They still want to rock the fly shoes and
Right.
so
Yep.
so everything ain't always gotta have the possessive part to it, the devilish thoughts and parts to it. Like we can be going in this with a pure heart and we just naturally just want these good things in our lives. Like, man, I think everybody should be able to have something good or man to be doing better. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure, man, that we could right now, man, that we all would be out somewhere on a boat somewhere doing something, man, that your money gonna allow you to do. Because that's what it boils
Correct.
down to. If your money
Yep.
gonna allow you
Because
to do it,
yep.
because some
Because
people
man, when
gonna
it
go
don't.
out and scam you and scheme you and rob you for it, and then that's where the demon time come in at. Because now you being devilish to get it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It
but
makes man.
everybody, of course, we know got the same fate. But it's just how you get into what you need to be getting to in the meantime that makes the difference. Was you a
Mm-hmm.
good person or was you a shitty person?
Yeah.
Yes, my brother.
that's
They
that's
said
what's
no
gonna
better than
matter.
that.
Because that's what's gonna matter. Shit. How was you as a
Yup. Yo.
person? Like, no, that's what matter. How is you as a person? How are you as a person?
Your it's your integrity.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
Facts.
matters, man. It depends on man how you act through situations, who you are still after you get it or you don't have it.
You ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying either you gonna be acting like you got man you gotta knock motherfuckers out the box just to get where you going. You gon' you gon' you gonna make it seem like you gotta put your kids off, man, just in order to get where you trying to
Right.
go, and you gonna miss many nights, man, of motherfuckers growing up, man, and just different shit. You just gonna be missing. You gonna be missing out on family time. You gonna be missing out on just sitting down and just taking a breather for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You
All
gonna wish
because
you
what?
get back.
You all because you chasing the bag or all because you sitting in jail some damn where?
Both. Both. Shit. Both gonna lead you, man, into that situation where, man, you just gonna be wishing they both can lead you to that. That you can wish that you can get that time back with whoever, man, you missed that time with. So I
So
just
the
say,
road
man,
gonna ultimately lead to the same destination, but like we saying, fame and fortune ain't worth sacrificing certain things like you said, like family and stuff like that. Like it ain't worth you being away from your family Still go out and get your money and go get your bag, but man, do it, man, with some type of integrity. Do it with some type of respect, loyalty, and knowledge. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
I think. Hold
Get
on.
off the.
Hold on. I think we got another one's on.
You already know, man.
Yeah, man. Look, I appreciate all y'all for stopping through, man. Y'all know what it is. You Ain't Lying Podcast. What's this? This episode 35?
Yep,
Yeah,
35.
we on the head toss. But look, I appreciate all y'all for stopping through. Kizzy, man, is there anything you want to say for, man, shout out, man, of where they can follow you with, whatever, boom, that about the boom beat?
Yeah, y'all can catch me on IG, man. That's the only thing I'm on right now.
And what's your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel is Rawkizzie. Type in Rawkizzie, and it just pull man right, and you just subscribe to my page. And my IG is at
Rawkizzie. Yeah. Zone, anything before we get out of here?
Man, You Ain't Lying Podcast every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Beats and Best Podcast every Friday at 9 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And then, I go live pretty much every day. I'll be dropping something. So, shout out to everybody that's supporting, man. And we about to have some You Ain't Lying merch. It's coming. So y'all just be patient. We got a couple of little styles for y'all, you know what I'm saying? And we hope y'all enjoy the show. Yeah, man, that's about it. Shout out to everybody that's been watching, that's been rocking with us, man. Shout out to Blackie Speaks, man, for showing love on the show, man. He just hit 1 million subscribers on YouTube, so we got to shout out Blackie Speaks.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, before we get out of here, man, I thank y'all for sliding through. My co-host, DJ Killzone Jones, my fam, Rawkizzie. Y'all know what it is. We right back at the same time, same place. You Ain't Lying Podcast. We out.
With all confidence, look, always a fake nigga calling other niggas fake. Look me in my face, not a smile, I ain't playing. Niggas won't trip, haters like that. Look what they did to Nip and Triple X. While others quit, stayed on our shit, the time is now. Notice on the door, landlord trying to kick me out. Back against the wall, I still keep a smile. Do it.
And they think that's supposed to make them be better than you.
Yeah. CMW Hayes. Got my people with me. Yeah. For the fam 87 ETV. Talk business with me, know I've been the G. Know I say it from my chest, I rep the Midwest. Niggas be acting like they tough, we not into that. I'm from the liquor store, serving with the pack.
Oh, dang, where the, hold on.
Get it by any means. Going Jordan, rocking 6 rings. Blue Gang 12s on Montclair lounge pants. With a white tee round my neck, the Jesus piece. Building like Noah's Ark, they ain't wanna believe in me. Give me some time, but it's blowing up like TNT.